Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. Just got done watching Legends Sports Universe, Game 1 of the American League Division. Game between the Yankees and the Tribe. Go check that out, folks. Great game. And we got the Dodgers here on September 2nd, traveling to Milwaukee to take on the Braves. We're down to the final month of the season, folks. See who's going to start this game for the Dodgers. Leading off, playing shortstop is Maury Wills. Batting second, playing third base is Jim Gillum. Batting third, playing center field's Tommy Davis. Batting fourth, playing right field is Frank Howard. Batting fifth, playing first base is Gil Hodges. Batting sixth, playing left field is Wally Moon. Batting seventh, playing second base is Charlie Neal. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Norm Sherry. And on the mound, batting ninth is Sandy Koufax. And we should have a heck of a pitcher's duel here, folks, after you see who's starting here for Milwaukee. Leading off for the Milwaukee Braves, playing center field is Gino. Batting second, playing second is Frank Bowen. Batting third, playing third is Eddie Matthews. Batting fourth, playing right field's Hank Aaron. Batting fifth, playing first base is Joe Adcock. Batting sixth, playing left field's Frank Aaron. Batting seventh and playing shortstop is Roy McMillan. Batting eighth and doing the catching is Sammy White. And like I said, should be a great pitcher's duel. Batting ninth, doing the pitching, Warren SPAHN, the battle of the lefties. Who's going to come out of this game ahead, folks? Let's get down here to Milwaukee and see what's going to happen here. This is SPAHN's 28th start of the year, folks. He's got a 2.51 ERA. He's 15-6 with 11 complete games. And his first batter will be Maury Wills, batting .291, folks. 4 home runs, 47 RBIs, and he's leading the National League with 28 steals. And Tim D's in the house, folks. Here's the pitch to Wills. And that's going to be a single in the left field. And that's not what you want if you're Warren SPAHN, having Maury on lead off this game. And just like Maury's apt to do, he's taking off on the first pitch. He's headed down the second. Here's the throw from Sammy White. It's called strike one on Gillum. And Maury's in there with his 29th stolen base of the year. Gillum now with an 0-1 pitch, batting .271, 3 home runs, 34 RBIs. Runner in scoring position now for Gillum with nobody out. And that ball is hit down the short. They'll look the runner back to second. Throw over to first. That'll be a big out, number one. Maury stays put. That brings up Tommy Davis now. Tommy hitting .285, 16 home runs, 64 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be lined down the second rather. Maury's able to get back. Nice play by Bowen. Couldn't double him up, though. So now there's 2 outs, and Wills is still down at second. That brings up Frank Howard on Hondo. Only batting .238 on the year, folks. 9 home runs, 38 RBIs. And that's not good. That's going to be a base hit in the right field. With Wills' speed with 2 outs, he'll score easily, folks. The Dodgers go up 1-0. As soon as I said Frank ain't hitting, Legends, there you go. Put the jinx on him. Shouldn't have said nothing. Now you got Howard down at first. Gil Hodges up, batting .227, 5 home runs, 20 RBIs. And that'll be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the inning. But the Dodgers do get 1 across. We go to the bottom of the first. You got Gino, Bolin, and Matthews trying to get a run back here against KOUFAX. This is KOUFAX's 29th start of the year. He's got a 3.63 ERA. He's 12-10, folks, with 8 complete games. And here's the pitch to Gino, and KOUFAX does have 200 strikeouts on the year, folks. Gino's batting 225. He's got a homer and 4 RBIs on the year in limited play, and he gets a hold of this one off of Sandy, folks. And that ball is hit in the right field, and just like that, the Braves got a lead-off double and a runner in scoring position and nobody out against KOUFAX. Can they do what the Dodgers did and get that run in, folks? Here comes Frank Bowen, batting 287, 15 home runs on the year, 67 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Frank. And he squares it up, and Sandy's not fooling nobody right now, folks. And that ball's driven into the gap and left center. And that'll be a run scoring double by Frank Bowen. Wait a second here. What happened to Gino? Why isn't he down there at second? Redo this, folks. Undo. Gino should be down at second with a double. And now Frank Bowen back-to-back doubles. And that'll make it 1-1, folks. Nobody out for the big boys with Frank down at second. Can the Braves get this Sandy? A lot of times with these great pitchers, you better get to them early, then they settle down. Matthews hitting 304 in the year, folks. 30 home runs, 102 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. And Charlie's up with it. His only play will be the first. That'll put Frank Bowen down at third now with one out for, Hank Aaron. Can Hank do some damage? Batting 302 now. 28 home runs and 98 RBIs. Can he get number 100 here, folks? If he launches one, that'd be nice. And no, but that probably will bring in the run. That ball is hit down the short. Only plays more since he was playing backs over to first. Frank will score, and the Braves take a 2-1 lead here. Now there's 2 outs and nobody on for Joe Adcock. And he's batting 278 on the year, folks. He's got 30 home runs and 96 RBIs. And that'll be a fly ball out the moon. That'll end the inning. But the Braves scored 2 and take a 2-1 lead. Got Moon, who just made that last out, lead off. Neal and Sherry to follow. And Wally's batting 331 on the year, folks. 11 home runs, 69 RBIs. And that's a swing and a miss strike 3. And that's SPAHN's second strikeout of the game, folks. Brings up Charlie Neal, batting 249, 7 home runs, 35 RBIs. And that'll be a ground ball down to Frank Bowen. Not a problem. Over to Adcock for 2 up and 2 down. And that brings up Norm Sherry, the catcher. And he's batting 246 on the year, 4 home runs and 8 RBIs on limited play. And that'll be a fly ball in the center field, and Gino just robbed Sherry of a base hit. Nice run and catch by Gino. 1, 2, 3 goes the Dodgers. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Thomas, McMillan, and White. Frank start this second inning off here, folks. Batting 266, 24 home runs, 72 RBIs. And that'll be a single in the right field. Nice piece of hitting by Frank. He goes the other way with it. You got the lead runner aboard again for the Braves. Sandy's not fooling these Braves today yet. And brings up McMillan. He's batting 215, 7 home runs, 47 RBIs. And that'll be a base on balls. KOUFAX not looking like the left hand of God right now, folks. First and second. Brings up Sammy White. Sammy batting 220 with 1 home run and 5 RBIs in very limited play. Can he deliver here with Frank down at second? And that'll be a swing and a miss strike 3. And that's a big out. Hey, 007. That brings up Warren Spahn, who ain't a bad hitter, folks. Batting 203. He's had 2 home runs this year and 7 RBIs. We're letting Spahn swing away, folks. Can he deliver Frank in here? And that's going to be a infield fly down the third. Gillum's got it out there in left field grass. And that's 2 big outs for KOUFAX. We're back to the top of the order. Gino started this Braves first with a double. Can he get another one here in the second, folks? And no, that's a fly ball out the left field. KOUFAX gets around the 2 leadoff runners getting aboard, folks, and the Braves leave 2-1. We go to the top of the third. It's still a 2-1 Braves lead. KOUFAX, then Wills and Gillum do up here in the third. Sandy's hitting 100 this year, and he has 5 RBIs on the year. Here's the pitch to KOUFAX, and that'll be a ball hit in the center field, and Gino's been making some nice plays, but not this time, folks. That's an E8. KOUFAX aboard on an error. Don't like to see that. The 1-run lead. An error gets the pitcher aboard. Maury Wills singled his first time up, stole a base, and came around to score. Here's the pitch to Wills. And that's going to be a 2-ball, no count, no strike count. And he tags that ball in the right field. KOUFAX will motor on down the third, folks. Nice piece of base running by KOUFAX. The Braves will play back for the double play, though. Well, maybe not. Not with Gillum and Wills. They're going to play in, try to cut the runoff. They don't think they can do the double play. Gillum grounded out the shortest first time up. And that ball is going to be hit in the left field. That'll score KOUFAX, and Maury will stop at second with nobody out. And it's a tie ball game, folks. And now first and second and nobody out for Tommy Davis. So SPAHN having trouble here in the third. Tommy Davis is at bat. Wills at second. Gillum at first. Tommy lined out to Frank Bolin his first time up. And that's what the doctor ordered for the Braves. That ball is hit down to Frank Bolin. He tosses it over to McMillan. He fires it over to Adcock. They turn 2. Wills will head on down the third with 2 outs now. And here comes Frank Howard. He singled and drove in a run his first time up. And he's going to do it again. Yes, he is. That ball's hit up the middle. Frank Howard's having a nice game. And that puts the Dodgers ahead 3-2, folks. Now Howard down at first with 2 outs. Warren couldn't hold that lead, folks. Gil Hodges is up. He struck out his first time up. And that'll be a ground ball down the third. And he'll go to short way the second. And that'll end the inning. But the Dodgers score 2 and take a 3-2 lead. We go to the bottom of the third. We got Bolin, then Matthews and Aaron. Frank doubled his first time up, drove in a run, and came around to score. Can he get on base again, folks? And not this time. That's a pop-up behind home plate. Sherry's got it for out number 1. And that'll bring up Eddie Matthews. Eddie grounded out his first time up. Here's the pitch to Matthews. And not this time, folks. That's going to be a base hit in the left field. Matthew gets aboard here. Sets up Hank Aaron. Aaron drove in a run his first time up on a ground ball. See if Henry can get the Braves the lead here. Here's the pitch to Hank. And no, that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Moon chases it down for out number 2. So it's up to Joe Adcock to do something here with Matthews down at first. And Joe's 0 for 1. He flew out the moon his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. Now the tying runs in scoring position. And Frank Thomas is up with runners on first and second. Frank's been swinging a nice bat, folks. Can he deliver here? A base hit will score Matthews. He singled his first time up. And he does more than that this time, folks. He drives that ball in the right field. It bounces around, goes into foul territory. Frank's headed for third, folks. He's a brown-eyed, handsome man, and he's got himself a 2 RBI triple. And the Braves take a 4-3 lead, and so much for this pitching duel I talked about. I put the kibosh on it, didn't I? KOUFAX and SPAHN sure not letting them up like I thought they would be. It's a good game, but not the pitching duel. They're beating them around. Now McMillan's up. He walked his first time up. Can Roy get a base hit here and give the Braves a 2-run lead, folks? And no, that ball is hit down the That's a line drive down the third, and Gillum's got it. He catches that in self-defense. Mac just missed a single, probably a double. But the Braves scored 2, take a 4-3 lead. You got Moon, Neal, and Sherry. Can SPAHN settle down here and hold this lead? He struck Moon out his first time up. And that's going to be a pop-up. No, that's going to be a single, sorry, in the left field right away. Dodgers get the lead runner aboard, folks. So here we go. Charlie Neal up now. Charlie, he grounded out the second. They'll take that again, see if they can turn 2. And that ball is hit back to the mound. And SPAHN's going to fire down the second, spin around, throw that ball down to McMillan. He'll get the lead runner, but that's it. No way they're getting Neal. Now you got Sherry up. He doesn't have much speed, folks. He flew out to center his first time up. And that ball is popped up in the foul territory. And Sammy Wake's got that with no problem. That'll be out number 2. Now we got Sandy KOUFAX up. Can Sandy help his own cause here, folks? Runner down at first and 2 outs. He reached on an error his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. And the Dodgers leave 1 on, and we go to the bottom of the 4th. It's still 4-3 Milwaukee. White, SPAHN, and then back to the top of the order in Gino. Sammy struck out his first time up. And he's going to strike out again, folks. And that's only the second strikeout by KOUFAX today. Brings up SPAHN. Warren, he popped up the third his first time up. And that's going to be back-to-back strikeouts. And all of a sudden now KOUFAX has found his groove, folks. We're back to the top of the order. He struck out 2. Does he strike out the side? Gino's 1 for 2 with that double. And he strikes out the side. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. KOUFAX now seems like he's got it. See if SPAHN can keep up with him now. You got the top of the order for the Dodgers. Wills, Gillum, and Davis. It's Tommy Davis. Morey's 2 for 2. And he scored both times he's been up, folks, and stole a base. And they finally get him, and that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Can SPAHN go and do what Sandy did? SPAHN says, whatever Sandy can do, I can do better. Let's find out. Here's Gillum, 1 for 2. And that's back-to-back strikeouts. SPAHN's answering it, ain't he? Sure, it brings up Tommy Davis. Can SPAHN strike out the side here, folks? Tommy's lined out and hit into a double play. And that's going to be a single in the center field. So that stops the strikeout streak of 5 straight strikeouts. Going back to Sandy. Brings up Frank Howard, who's having a heck of a game. Tommy down at first. Frank's 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs, folks. And they finally get him, folks. That'll be a ground ball down the second. Frank bowling over to Mac, covering second, and that'll end the inning, folks. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's LA 3, Milwaukee 4. Bowen, Matthews, and Aaron to do up here. Frank Boland's 1 for 2 today, an RBI, and he's come around to score. And that's going to be a lazy ground ball down the Neal. 1 out. Here comes the big boys. Matthews is 0 for 2 today. No, 1 for 2. He got a single his last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's the 5th strikeout for KOUFAX. Brings up Henry Aaron. And he's 0 for 2, but he does have an RBI today, folks. And that'll be a ground ball down the 3rd. That'll do it for the Braves here in the 5th. We go to the top of the 6th. We got Hodges, Moon, and Neal due up here for the Dodgers. Gill's 0 for 2. And he's going to be 0 for 3 as that ball's hit down to Matthews for out number 1. And that'll bring up Wally Moon. He's 1 for 2, singled his last time up and struck out his other time. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Frank Boland. 2 ground balls, 2 outs. And it's up to Charlie Neal to keep this 6th inning alive. And Charlie's 0 for 2. And he'll stay 0 for 2. Another ground ball down to Frank Boland. 1, 2, 3 goes the Dodgers. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Braves holding on to that 1-run lead. Adcock, Thomas, and McMillan due up here. Joe's 0 for 1. He did walk his last time up. Came around the score. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field. And Tommy Davis has disrobbed Adcock of a base hit. Nice play out there by Davis. That brings up Frank Thomas. Frank's 2 for 2 today with that 2 RBI triple, Beatles would say. Let's see if he can get another hit here, folks. And now that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. That's up to McMillan here now to keep the inning alive. Max 0 for 1. He singled but lined out the 3rd his last time up. Hit the ball right on the button, but Gillum was there. And that'll be a ground ball. Easier play for Gillum this time. And the Braves go down in order. And we go to the 7th inning. We got the bottom part of the order due up here. Sherry. And we got a decision to make with KOUFAX and then Wills. Norm Sherry's 0 for 2 today, folks. And that'll be a fly ball in the center field, and nice play by Gino. He doesn't mess that one up, and he robs Sherry of a base hit. And down by 1, I think you got a pitch hit here for KOUFAX with nobody on and 1 out. See who they got on the bench. Most of the righties are playing. Okay, I think you're going to go with Winhorn. Winhorn's going to come up here and pitch hit for KOUFAX. You got a bunch of righties coming up. Probably be Farley coming out of the pen. We'll have to look. But first, let's go with Winhorn to pitch hit. And there's Gordy. So 1 out, nobody on. Gordy's only hitting the 067 on the year, folks. He's 1 for 15 with a double. Here's the pitch to Gordy. And that'll be a ground ball down the 1st. Adcock's got it for out number 2. And that'll bring up the top of the order and Maury Wills. Maury's 2 for 3. He scored twice, folks. And that'll be a base hit in the left field. Nice piece of hitting by Maury. And that'll bring up Gillum. And Maury's at it again, folks. He's taking off for 2nd on that 1st pitch. The throw from Sammy White, and he swiped his second base of the game here. He's got himself in the scoring position now with 2 outs. Tying run at second. Gillum's 1 for 3. He's got an RBI today. Here's the pitch from SPAHN, and that'll be a ground ball back to down the first. Adcock's got it. Flips over the SPAHN. And that'll do it here in the 7th. We go to the 7th inning stretch. We got White, probably a pitch hitter for SPAHN, and Gino up. See who the Dodgers are going to bring in here to pitch to these 3 guys. I think it's going to be Farley. That's one thing. The Dodgers don't have much of a bullpen, folks. Not much of a bullpen at all. And the Turks coming in. Like I say, he'll be facing the bottom part of the order. The Turk, this is his 22nd game. He's got a 4.56 ERA. He's 4-2. He does have 1 save on the year. And here's the question. Do we go to the bench here? I think we let Sammy swing away. He struck out twice against KOUFAX. He'll be glad to see him going. Here's the pitch to Sammy. And that'll be a fly ball in the left field. Moon's got it. We're out number 1. That'll bring up SPAHN, and they'll pinch it for Warren here. And let's see. I think they're going to go with Mac the Knife Jones is going to come off the bench here. Try to get on. Where's old Mac at? He just got called up. They sent him down and called him back up here in September. Mac's hitting 278 on the year, folks. No home runs, 6 RBIs. Can Jones get on board here? And no, that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll be out number 2. Now we're back to the top of the order in Gino. And he's 1 for 3 with a double. We're going to let him swing away here, folks. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. Now to win the inning, folks. And I think we're going to do a double switch. We're going to let Jones stay in the game, take Gino out. Let's see who's going to come in here to pitch. Are they going to go to Don right now, or try to get somebody to get them through this 8th inning? Got righty due up. So let's see here. I think they're going to go with Don with a 2 inning save here, I believe. And that's what they're going to do since they're making the double switch. So Don will come in, he'll bat in the leadoff hole for Gino. Mac will stay in the game. And he'll go into center field. And let's see what happens here now, folks. Hey, Ken, how's it going? Yeah, this is a good one. Tight game. I thought it was going to be a pitcher's duel, and then they started beating the crap out of the pitchers, and then they both settled down. So now you got Tommy Davis, Howard, and Gil Hodges up. Will the Dodgers now go to the bench and bring on some lefties? That is the question. And I think they're going to replace Tommy Davis with Willie Davis. So they'll pitch hit for Tommy. Bring up the other Davis boy. One Davis for another. Go with the left-handed Davis. There's Willie at the top of the heap. So Don comes into the game. This is his 43rd game. He's got a 1.75 ERA. He's 1-3 going for save number 33. Willie comes off the bench batting .269, 16 home runs, 51 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Davis. And that ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is going, folks. A pitch hit home run. And this game is tied. Not what the Braves were expecting. Jeez, you Pete's. Tommy Davis comes through, folks. It's that ball over Aaron's head out there in right field. And it's 4-4, folks. And now, let's see here. I think old Farley is going to come out here and pitch hit for Howard. Another lefty. Or do we go with the Duke? Let's see here. Do we go with Farley or the Duke? We're going to go with Farley. Ron Farley comes out now. Nobody out. Nobody on. Farley's hitting .328 on the year, folks. 9 home runs, 31 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Ron. And that's going to be a pop up in the infield. He just got under that one, folks. He didn't miss that by much. Eddie Matthews out in right field and makes the catch for out number 1. Don got away with that one. Let's see, do we pitch hit here for Hodges? Could bring Larker. And I think they are. I think Norm's coming out, and we're going to bring in Locker. The pitch hit for Hodges, bringing all these lefties in, folks. So Norm's coming in here. 3 pitch hitters in a row. 1 out. Nobody on. And Norm's batting .314 on the year. 6 home runs, 43 RBIs. And that'll be another pop-up, folks, down the third. They're just missing it. Don's not fooling nobody. They're just swinging under the ball. So 2 up, 2 down after the home run. That brings up Wally Moon. Wally is 1 for 3 today. Struck out and grounded out and singled. And that'll be a ground ball down to Matthews. That'll end the inning. But Tommy Davis comes off the bench and ties this game up, folks. So now we got to put these guys in here. So let's see. First, we'll go with Tommy Davis. Oh, Willie, where's he going to go at? Willie's going to go in the center field. I think the Turk's going to stay in the game and play left field. For Moon. Oh, Larkin. What the heck? Let's see here. Fairly. Where's he going to play? He's going to play right field. And Lark, he'll play first base, and that should take care of everything. And the Turk will be out here trying to keep this a tie ball game, folks. He's got Bolin, Matthews, and Aaron. And they're going to have Roger Craig warming up in the bullpen, along with, let's see here, Ortega. We got Craig and Ortega warming up if Farley gets in any trouble here. Frank Bolin's having a decent game. He's 1 for 3 with a double and an RBI and came around to score. Can he get on base here for the big boys? And there, that ball is popped up behind home plate. Sherry's got it, and that'll be out number 1. So here comes the big boys. Can they make some noise here in the 8th? And Eddie's 1 for 3. He came around the score, and he struck out and grounded out his other 2 times up. And that'll be a swing and a miss, strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that ball is hit down the third. Gillum's got it. Sorry, that ball's not hit down the third. That's a swing and a miss. The Turk strikes out Matthews. Now there's 2 outs. And it's up to Henry Hank Aaron to do something here in the 8th to keep it alive. Can Henry be the hero? He's 0 for 3. He does have an RBI. He's grounded out the short, third, and flew out the left. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right. And the Braves go down 1, 2, 3. We go to the top of the 9th. It's tied up for a piece, folks. You got Neal, Sherry, and Turk due up. Bottom part of the order. And Gabby probably will come out and pitch hit for Norm. And probably Duke will come off the bench and pitch hit for Farley. So here's Charlie Neal. He's 0 for 3, grounded out to second twice and reached on a fielder's choice. And that'll be a ground ball down the short. Nice play by McMillan. Just robbed Neal of a base hit. Tip of the hat by Don. Like I say, that'll be it for Sherry. Rosenborg going to come out, another lefty off the bench here. Got these September call-ups. Might as well use the bench if you got it. They got a darn good hitting bench here with these lefties. So there's 1 out, nobody on. John's batting .251 on the year, 11 home runs, 56 RBIs. Here's the pitch to him. And that ball is driven into left field. Matthews goes back, makes a nice over-the-head catch. Robs John of a base hit. Nice play by Matthews out in short left. Thought that ball was going to drop. And that'll be it for Farley. Like I say, the Duke's going to come out here and pitch hit for him. So can the Duke get some runs here in the 9th, or at least get a rally started? And Duke is batting .306 on the year, 9 home runs, 48 RBIs. And that'll be a fly ball in the left field, and that'll do it. And the Dodgers go down 1, 2, 3 here in the 9th. Let's see who's going to come out here with pitch. It's either going to be Ortega or Craig. Because you got all these righties due up. Adcock, Thomas, and then McMillan. And it's going to be Phil's going to come off out of the bullpen. Oh, crap. Yeah. And we need a catcher, too. John comes in to catch. Let's see here. This is Phil's second game, folks. He's shut him down so far. Well, this is his first game, sorry, not his second game. So this is the first time pitching 1961 for Phil. He'll be facing Adcock, Thomas, and McMillan. Joe's over 2 with a walk. He did come around to score. And the Braves score here in the 9th inning and end this game, folks. Here's the pitch to Joe Adcock. And that's going to be a base on balls, not what the Dodgers wanted to see. So Joe's down at first. We're not going to pitch run for him yet. Wait and see if he can get in the scoring position. Frank Thomas, he's 2 for 3 with a triple and 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Frank. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short, not what the Braves wanted, folks. Wills over to second, over to first, and that's a 4-6-3 double play. And that wipes out the walk. It's up to Roy McMillan to keep this inning going. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. He's hit the ball hard both times that he's been out, but here's the pitch. And that ball is popped up in the end. No, that's a swing and a miss. Old Phil's got him swinging. And the Braves don't score. We're going to extras. Read all about it, folks. And Don, are we going to let him pitch this inning here? I believe we are. He is due up. He's due up third. So he's got the top of the order, Wills, Gillum, and Davis. So here's the pitch to Morey. He's 3 for 4 today. And he just tagged this one, folks. And that ball is driven into left field. It drops in for a base hit. Frank Thomas has got it. Throws it in. And again, Morey has no regard for Sammy behind that plate. He's taken off again, folks. And here's the throw. And just like the previous 2 times, he's in there with another stolen base. 3 stolen bases on the day for Morey. That gets him in scoring position. John Gillum's 1 for 4. Here's the pitch to Gillum. And that ball is hit, folks. Here we go. That's going to score Morey easily. And that ball is crushed into left field for a double. And the Dodgers take the lead, folks. 5-4 here in the top of the 9th. And still nobody out for Willie Davis. Now you got all these lefties coming up. I think it's time Don comes out. Let's see where we're going to go to. And McKenzie's going to come off out of the bullpen. No pitch hit for him in the bottom of the 10th. But all these lefties, that's it for Don. Let's see if the Dodgers make any moves here. Ken McKenzie comes into the game. Cancel that because Don's not batting in the 9-hole. He's batting in the 1-hole. Hey, Mike. All right, let's try this again and put McKenzie in the 1-hole. And there we go. So runner on at second, nobody out. Willie Davis is up. Let's see if they got any righties to come off the bench here. Nope, Willie's going to have to bat. They don't have any more outfielders. Davis hit the home run to tie this game up in the 8th, folks. Here's the pitch to Willie. And that's going to be a That's going to be a fly ball in the right field. Aaron makes the play, the throw the third, and Gillum's going to be in there safely, folks. So now you got Gillum down at third, 90 feet away. That'll force the infield in. Ron Farley's up. He's 0 for 1, popped up the third his first time up. Here's the pitch to Fairley, and that is hit down the third with the infield in. And he looks to runner back to third, fires over the first. And that's out number 2, folks. And here comes Norm Locker. Norm came in, pitched hit. He popped up the third his first time up. Here's the pitch to Locker. And that's going to be a base on balls. So now we got first and third and 2 outs. And that'll bring up Wally Moon. And Wally's 1 for 4. He struck out single, grounded out the third and the second. And that ball is high, that ball is far, and that ball is going, and that just put a nail in the coffin, folks. And that ball was hit in the left field, and all Frank Thomas can do is wave at that one. Wally crushed that. It looked like the Braves was going to get out of this one. Now it's 8-4. And Charlie Neal's up now with nobody on. He's 0 for 4. And that'll be an easy ground ball down to McMillan, but the damage is done. The Dodgers score 4 in the 10th. We go to the bottom part of the lineup also here for the Braves. White, Jones, and a pitch hitter. And I think they're going to go to their main man out of the bullpen. Paranoski's going to come in, try to nail this game down. And out comes Ron Paranoski to pitch this bottom of the 10th. Braves need 4 the tie, folks. And I think we're going to pitch hit for Sammy here. Joe Torres is going to come off the bench and pitch hit. Sammy's 0 for 3. Let's see if Joe can finally get something started here. And if they come back, he'll stay in the game to catch. Joe's not having that great of a year, folks. He's batting .239, 7 home runs, and 35 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Paranoski. And that ball is hit down the, popped up down the third, just got under it. Typical year for Joe. Just missed it. We're out number 1. Now we got Mac Jones up. Mac the knife. He's 0 for 1 coming in. This is his second at bat. He struck out his first time up. And that'll be a ground ball down to first. Norm's got it. Takes it himself for out number 2. And now we got a pitch hitter here for Mac. He's going to come off the bench here against Paranoski. And I think it's going to be the Cat. Yeah, the Cat Montelia is going to come off the bench here and pitch hit. Braves are down to their last out, folks. And there's Felix. Can he keep this inning going, folks? Felix is only batting a .146 on the year. No home runs and 9 RBIs. And that'll be a base on balls. They'll take it. The Cat keeps him alive. He's got 9 lives. He used 1 of them up there. Now we got Frank Bolin up. Frank's not having a bad game here, folks. He's 1 for 4 with a double and an RBI. Can he keep it going here and get the big boys up? Here's the pitch to Bolin. And nope, that's going to be a ground ball down the short. He'll go the short way. He'll go the long way over the first. Get the shore out, and that'll do it, folks. Dodgers win this game in the 10th inning. 8-4. Let's take a look here at the box score. Nice game. I was expecting a good game, but I was expecting like a 2-1, 3-2 game. With SPAHN and KOUFAX, neither one of them gets a decision. Maury Wills with his 3 stolen bases, folks, and they was big. He was some big stolen bases, got him in scoring position. I think he scored twice out of the 3 times he stole. Well, maybe all 3 times. Let's take a look here at the scorecard. He stole, came in to score. He stole, came in to score. And all 3 times he stole a base, folks, he scored. So that was some big stolen bases. He had no regard for Sammy back there at all. He was just taking off at will. Maury Wills, 4 for 5, 3 runs, 3 stolen bases. Old Gillum, he drove him in twice, 2 for 5. And the Davises was 2 for 5 combined. Old Frank Howard was 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Hey, Philip. Heck, even KOUFAX scored a run, folks. The Dodgers were 5 for 10 with runners in scoring position. You had Willie Davis with that pitch hit home run and Wally Moon with that big 3-run homer. Bust the game open in the 10th. Dodgers only left 5 men on base, folks. Frank Thomas was 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Frank Bolin had an RBI. You had Frank Thomas with that 2 RBI triple. Braves were 2 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Again, they only left 4 men on base. KOUFAX gets a no decision, pitches 6 innings, gives up 5 hits, 4 runs, walked 2, and struck out 6. It sure wasn't his best outing. The Turk comes in. Like I say, the bullpen did their job for the Dodgers. Farley comes in, pitches 2 innings, strikes out 2. Field comes in, picks up his first win, his first game as a Dodger in 61, pitches 1 inning, walks 1, strikes out 1. And Perinoski comes in and shuts him down in the 10th, walking 1. Warren Spahn pitched a damn good game. Spahn goes 7. Gave way for Don to get his 34th save, and that didn't happen. Spahn 8 hits, 3 runs, only 1 of them earned. Struck out 5. And Don comes in and gets blown up. 2 innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, didn't walk or strike out anybody. Gave up the big 3-run homer. McKenzie comes in, pitches an inning, 1 hit, 2 runs, walked 1, and gave up a home run also. All righty, the Braves are going to need some help from the Cubbies to keep this 3.5 game lead over the Giants. Let's see what happens here in Chicago in the Windy City. And the Cubbies help them out. The Giants only 2 runs on 2 hits and no errors. The Cubbies 3 runs on 8 hits and an error. Now the Reds got to start winning, folks. They're in Philadelphia taking on the Phils with Joey J on the mound. And the Reds come away, squeak out a win here. 4 runs on 10 hits and no errors. The Phillies 3 runs on 6 hits and no errors. Old Gene Freeze 2 for 5 with 2 RBIs. And the last game here in the National League is the Pirates taking on the Cardinals. And the Cardinals beat up on the Pirates. The Pirates 3 runs on 3 hits and 2 errors. The Cardinals 9 runs on 12 hits and 2 errors. Phillips says he's got a game on tonight. It's going to be his 20th game of the 61 season that he's doing with History Maker Baseball. Check that out, folks. Let's check out the standings here after September 2nd in the National League. Yeah, the poor Phils. Yep. 46 and 85, Ken. But they played the Brave stuff when I played them with on here. Heck, you know that. They have played the Braves tough. We'll look and see what the record is against the Braves. Braves still got a 3.5 game lead thanks to the Cubbies helping out. The Reds are down 10.5 games back. They pick up a game. Cardinals are 14.5 back. Cubbies 15.5. Dodgers now 17 games back. The Pirates 17.5. And the Phillies 33.5. Clemente leading the league and major leagues with a 364 average. Cepeda and Willie Mays are both now tied with 34 home runs. Cepeda's still on 117 RBIs. Poor Warren Spahn gets a no decision. His ERA drops to 2.47. Joey J picks up his 16th win. He's tied with Lou Burdett. Spahn unable to get his 16th win. Don blows the save, doesn't get his 33rd save of the year. I think it's going to be hard, Ken, for him to pass both the Giants and the Braves. If they was in second place, maybe, but to get past both of them, we'll take a look at them. I think they're just not getting the timely hitting, and I think Robinson's not having the year he's supposed to. Cepeda, he's still leading the MVP voting, and Lou still got the Cy Young votes. Oh, exactly. Yeah, like I say, we'll take a look. First, we'll take a look at the Phillies' record against the Braves. Like I say, they played the Braves tough. I don't know what their exact record is against them, but there's been some close games, and they've won a few of them. That's for sure. Let's see here. Where's the Phils at? There's the Phillies. 6-14 against the Braves, but like I say, that's 6-14. There's been some close games they lost out of those 14. That's for sure. Let's take a look here at the stats here. First, we'll look at the red stats. Here's Frank. He's batting 300, but I think he was supposed to be like 350, something like that. He was MVP in 61, 323. So not as bad as I thought, but still 32 home runs. His power's not bad. 93 RBIs. That might be another issue. People might not be getting on board for him. Let's see here. Veda. Veda's having a hell of a year. 336 average. Can't blame it on him. Sure. 336. 13 home runs, 54 RBIs. He's stolen 17 bases. Like I say, he's doing well. He's definitely getting on base for him. On base percentage of 377. Yeah, like say just a little. Not I thought truthfully he was worse than that, to be honest. Let's see here. Gene Freeze batting 285. What was he supposed to do? He's doing actually better. 285, 31 home runs. How many RBIs? 107. So Gene Freeze is having a hell of a year. Old Gordy. Let's see what Coleman's doing. 283, 19, 89. He's having a good year. So maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was their bats. It might be the pitching, but I thought the pitching was right there. You had Jay and Perky and O'Toole. They was all up there. There's a guy, sure. Oh, Eddie Casco. He's pooping the bed. Look at that 220. That's might be part of it. He's not getting aboard. So there's one that's not. How about old blasting game? It might be up the middle. Second baseman, yeah, it's 244. Wally Post, he's having a decent year, 314. So yeah, Post is having a good year. 20 home runs, 49. They need to play more. Jerry Lynch. Yeah, Casco is wow, is right. That's definitely a disappointment. The rest of the team though ain't doing bad. Can't blame it on just one guy. Well, look at this. Jeez. Zimmerman. Oh my gosh. Of course, he didn't do much, but he really shit in the bed. 169. So there, that's an out, just waiting to come in. What's Johnny Edwards doing? Edwards ain't doing no better. So you got your catcher. Your catcher's an automatic out. Don't matter which one they got up. Geez, you Pete's. I'd rather have the pitcher batting. Mm. When you got both your catchers hitting in the hundreds. Yeah. So you got an automatic out with the catcher, and then you got Casco just like I say, going in the tank. So you got two outs. But the rest of them's doing well. Let's look at the pitching staff. Maybe the pitching staff ain't as good as I thought. I mean, Joey J, a 3.29 ERA. It's not bad. I mean, he's doing better than what he's supposed to. Just so that ain't bad. O'Toole, 3.44 ERA. Not quite as good, but still 340 a 3.44 ERA. That ain't bad. I don't see how you can blame that. And Perky, 366. Yeah. Right there. That right there's the problem. Perky, 9 and 14. They must not score worth a crap when he's on the mound. I wish it had run support up here for him. Because when you got a 3.66 ERA and you're 5 games under 500, they can't be scoring for you. Cannot be scoring for you. Ken Hunt, he's been beat around some. 5.17 ERA. That's a hurt, but so he's hurting you. How about Ken Johnson? He's pitched a few games against the Braves. He didn't do well against them. 3.62, he's underperforming. But still his record's not bad, 5-3. So the one that's hurting you is Ken. And like I say, Perky, they can't be scoring against when Perky's on the mound. There's no way they're scoring for Bob. He must be pitching in some bad luck. Look at the bullpen here. That might be hurting him too. Oh, Hook. How many games has Hook started? Hook started 5 out of 25. So look at that. He's one of your main guys out of the bullpen. That hurts you. Who else they got? Sherman. He's pitching well out of the pen. They need to go to him more often. Bronson, how's he doing? He's not doing that great. Here's another one. So you got Hook and Bronson not doing that great out of the pen for you. Here's Henry. He's got 8 saves on the year. 3.20. 49 games. So it's not like they're not using him. How about Howie? None. Howie Nunn's pitched well. So, yeah, I just think, like I say, they're probably losing a lot of close games. They might be like the 69 Mets in 61. They might have won a lot of close games in real life. So in a replay like this, if they don't get the breaks, they could go from being a 600 type team down to a 500 type team. What do you think, Ken? That might be it. They might have won a lot of close ball games. Here, let's bring it up. 'Cause I know Baseball Almanac will tell you what the record was in close games. Um, well, with most of these teams, Ken, the Digital Diamond's taking care of it, and they're real close with usage, so they're doing a darn good job with it. But no, I'm not taking them out and not playing them. But it looks like if you look over here, usage, you got what, a few of them that's over. Yeah, yeah, they should be much better. Like I say, I think they're just losing close ball games, and like I say, and maybe in real life they won them. That's what I'm thinking. Let's take a look here. See what the record was in 1-run games. In 1-run games in real life, they was 34 and 14. They was a 700 ball club with 1-run games. So that's a lot of wins. That's a lot of wins. I don't know what it doesn't show it on here. I wish it did. Yeah, they was 34 and 14 in 1-run ball games in real life. Here, I'll bring it up here, show y'all. And then in blowouts, they was only 22 and 18. So yeah, and then shutouts 12 and 6. So yeah, they had 12 shutout wins, 34 1-run wins. I wish I knew what they was in mine. Yeah, I wish I knew. That's the only way to look is actually look at their schedule. It doesn't go in that depth, I don't think. Let's see here, reports. Go to team. And I don't think special events is going to show you, but we can look at special events. But I don't think it's going to have one win. No, this is about individual players, team errors, left on base, double plays, RBIs, stolen bases, errors, strikeouts. Nope. We can look here at the schedule's about the only way you can look. So they won a 1-run game there, won another 1-run game there, won another one. Their first 3 they did, then they lost one. So they're 3-1, 4-1, 4-2, 4-3, 5-3, 6-3, 7-3, 8-3, 8-4, 9-4, 10-4, 10-5, 11-5, 11-6, 12-6, 12-7, 12-8, 12-9, 13-9, 14-9, 15-9, 16-9, 16-10, 17-10, 17-11, 18-11, 18-12, 19-12, 20-12, 21-12, 22-12, 22-13, 22-14, 22-15, 23-15, 24-15, 24-16, 25-16, 26-16, 27-18, 27-19, 28-19, 28-20. So 28-20. So what percentage is that? Just a little over 500. Yeah, 583. Yep, exactly. 583, Ken. So big difference compared to what was it, a 7 something? So let's say if they was 7 something. I think it was 708. And there's 48 games. So you're talking about another, what, 7 wins? So they're right there with 7 more wins. Especially some of them was against the Braves. Because what's the record against the Braves and the Giants? That's another thing. So against the Braves, they're 10 and 11. They got one more game against the Braves. They might finish 500 against the Braves. And then San Francisco, they're 10 and 9. So they're playing those two teams about 500. Yeah, like I say, I think the one-run games is part of it. Then looking through there, they got shut out a few times too. So, yeah. Let's take a look at your Phillies. Let's take a look at the Phils here. Hey, Legends. Like I say, check out Legend Sports Universe. Had a great game today with the Yankees and the Tribe. Don't want to give away anything, but it was a great game. Coleman only batting a $139. Well, let's get players that we want to talk about. Johnny Callison batting 239. He's having a terrible year for you, Ken. Sure. 30 points below what he's supposed to. What about Ruben here, batting 215? Man, look at that. 40 points below what he's supposed to. Jeez. Well, Poncho, he's played well against the Braves. I don't know how he's done against the rest of the league. He's doing well. Like I said, I know he's played well against the Braves. Same thing with Gonzalez. He's played well. He's way overperforming. Jeez, you peaks. 100 points better. 337. That's impressive. Impressive. I know he's played well against the Braves. Oh, Don, what's he done? He's about average. A little below. Sorry, Charlie Smith. So he's below. He's way underperforming. Tony Taylor, he plays well against the Braves. I don't know what he's doing against the rest of the league. He's doing well. Doing a little better than what he's supposed to. And same here with Lee Walls. Lee Walls has had some big hits against the Braves. And he's not doing that well against the rest of the league. 258 against the rest of the, well, I won't say the rest of the league, but 258 total. And here's the guy, geez, you Pete. Old Dalrymple, $197. Shoo. I know he hasn't done squat against us. Here's a guy that's played well against us. Old Bobby and that 8-hole. Look at that, 271, 40 points better than what he's supposed to. Yeah, wasn't a lot to look at, was it, Phil? Ken, these Phillies are rough. Wes Covington, here's the man. Of course, they haven't had him all year. Wes Covington is kicking ass and taking names since he became a Philly. Look at that, 352, 6 home runs, 44 games, 21 RBIs. This is what he did for the Braves. Look what he did for the Braves, 240. Started off with the Braves, hit 240. Then I think he went to Chicago, hit 250 for Chicago. Then went to Kansas City, only hit a $190 for Kansas City, and all of a sudden, he is the freaking man in Philadelphia. I know he's done well against the Braves. Let's see here. Here's another guy. He's having a hell of a year. He does well, but again, he's already played in his 42 games. Oh, Bobby Del Greco. Let's look at the pitching here. I know the pitching's terrible. Yeah, yeah, I agree with you, Ken. Playing that 61 season would be a task, wouldn't it? Sure. Sometimes though, like with the Braves and the Yankees doing this, the Yankees, the only thing I can do is screw the Yankees up. I'm so proud of myself with the Braves, but the Yankees, the only thing I can do is screw up. There's nothing good I can do. They won 108 or 9 games that year. I think 109. So what the heck? That's the problem with doing a good team. Doing a bad team, if you do something, you look impressive. Let's see here. Art's got a 3.95. So you got two guys, Buzz Hart and Art, both under 4 ERA. Everybody else is over 4. Sure. And Art's 39.5, right about what he's supposed to. Oh, exactly. He's on pace to hit like 66, I think, Clinton. And old John here, he's got an ERA under 4. Just barely, but still. And then the rest of them, like I say, old Rockin' Robin, let's take a look at him. Actually, he's doing better than what he's supposed to. 5.35 ERA. Yeah, he's right on pace. Old Frank Sullivan, it's going to be a really, really big show. Now he's getting beat around almost a run more a game. So his really big shows is for the other team. Here's the one, Chris Short. I know anytime he plays against the Braves, we beat the crap out of him. 6.97 ERA. Another run more than what he's supposed to. I believe it is. I believe it is. Who else? Jim Owens. He's pitched a few times against the Braves. He's not doing too bad. Oh, Dallas Green. He pitched a hell of a he pitched a hell of a game in that 21 inning game and then got lit up. But he pitched like 6 or 7 shutout innings Dallas did in that game. Let's look at that one. Let's see where he pitched like 6 innings. Where's the innings at? 1, 2, 1. Has it been that long ago? I didn't think it was that long ago. I thought that was in August sometime. 21 inning game. There it is. But those 6 runs he gave up was like in the last inning. He pitched like 6 shutout innings, man. It was crazy. 'Cause he was the last guy that used the whole bullpen. Oh, Jack, he's got beaten around this year. Jeez, that hurts. 2 runs more a game. That definitely hurts. Coming out of the pen. Yeah. Yeah, they did. A one hitter. Cool. Cool, man. Yeah, we'll take a look here at the Yankees bats, like I say. Maris has got, I think, 58, 58 or 59 home runs now. Hit 2 home runs the last game against the Tigers. 59. One away from tying the record. And mixed with 45. 44 rather. Yeah, 45. So what pace is that? That's about 54. That's about what he's supposed to hit. In 135 games. Let's see here. 45 in 135 games. Hey, I put Mick right on pace with 54. So, but here's the man. Oh, Scouring. He's cooled off, but sure, he's been my man. I still say he's the MVP. Like I say, he was batting over 285. He has cooled off. 36 home runs, 125 RBIs. But as you can see, 2 for 4, 0 for 4, 0 for 4, 0 for 4, 1 for 4, 0 for 4, 0 for 3, 0 for 3. He's cooled off. In late August, he cooled off. But that's when Mick and Maris picked up. Sure. Look at Maris in the end of August. Crazy what he's done. 2 for 4, 2 home runs. 1 for 3, a home run. 2 for 5, a home run. 2 for 4, a double and a home run. There was the three home run game. Sure. Like I say, as soon as Moose cooled off, Maris picked it up. And then Mick, he's not having a bad August. And going into September, he's not doing bad in September either. So when old Scouring cooled off, the M&M boys picked her up, that's for sure. 2 for 4 with a home run, 2 for 3 with a double and a home run, 4 for 5 with a home run. Sure. 4 for 5 with a home run, 2 for 5 with a home run, and that's about when Moose started cooling off. So pretty impressive there. Hey, Aaron. Check out Aaron's channel, folks. He's doing that World Series with baseball for Windows. That's awesome. Alrighty, guys. Well, I'm going to get off here. What time is it? 3:30. I might be back on later and do the last game of that Tigers Yankees series. If the Yankees win it, there'll be 11 games, 11 and a half games up, I believe, on them. And you got, I think it's Sheldon against Bunning. Stafford against Bunning. Should be a good game. See what happens. Like I say, I thought the Tigers had the sweep. I thought the Tigers had to get down to 7.5 games leaving New York. I think that lost there. That 4-1 Ralph Terry pitched a great game. Rogers single-handedly carrying the Yankees 2 for 4 with 3 home runs. I think that done it. Again, they're 10.5 games up. It's possible to come back, but I just don't see it happening. Oh, you're welcome, Ken. Like I say, I'll probably do that game here later on this afternoon. Until then, guys, you all have a great day and take care. Oh, 007 says he's got a new video up, folks, so go check that out over on his channel.